everybody. I'm wearing the cone of shame. No! This is not a cone of shame. This is a light fixture thing. The cord will go up into the ceiling and it will hang like this. Like over a table or like some sort of restaurant booth thing or whatever. And I know they had some version of these at a restaurant. So, why would I pick this up for $5 at the ReStore? Very good price. Well, if you look inside, there's a PL socket in there. There's a PL socket, which, let me undo these screws, which I already have loosened. You know what that means? That means this lampshade. That means this thing takes a PL, and this is the ballast. And it has this nice cord thing, so the cord doesn't get like pulled on and yanked on when it's like being hanged. Shouldn't be pulling on and yanked on. But yeah, there was 2 of these at the ReStore, and one of them had like one of these types of light bulbs in there. This is one of my Sylvania ones. Oh, there was commercial electric, and the base right here from this thing, these things were popped out, so the whole PL was just kind of like dangling. So I pulled it out carefully and popped it back in. But the reason why I chose one without a light bulb is because, well, sitting on the shelf was a brand new 26 watt Halco soft white Pro Lume light bulb. So it says 0.28 amps and 26 watts. So one of them had one of these light bulbs in there, and this is what it would look like through the thing. And one of them didn't have a light bulb, so I just took one from a brand new one from the shelf, So yeah, very cool. So before we test it, which I will do shortly, I'm going to open it up and show you the ballast. So I can, with my pliers, loosen these screws here. These bolts. There you go. One bolt. This one I can use the screwdriver to unscrew that. There you go. Second bolt. Now we can basically take the whole thing apart, and here is what is on the inside. Remove that screw. So you have the frame here. You got the ballast, and the ballast is I don't know what type of brand that is. B+L up to instant electronic ballast, made in Canada. It says lamps up to 28 watts, so I guess it can go lower than that. Twin 4 pins, quad 4 pins, triple 4 pins, 2D, T2, T5, T8, T12. Yeah, I can do a lot of lamps. So it says up to 28 watts, so I guess I can do a little bit less than 28 watts if you want. But it says on here like 26 watts, so ballast is good and all that. So we could put back in the screws, if I can get it through the hole there. I don't like opening this, then you have to deal with all of this stuff. Okay, now I got the 2 screws poking it up. Can put on those bolts. Oh. Put on these bolts. Tighten up. Doesn't have to be too tight. I'll tighten them later so we have more time. Alright, and now I can put in one of my PLs. Oh my. And it's a brand new socket, so like it's gonna be kind of hard to put it in. Protection. And we can get our cord here. it didn't come with a cord, but I wired one on. We can plug it in a 3, 2, 1. So it is electronic ballast, and this Halco bulb is ProLume, like I said, 26 watts, and it's eco. So as it is most definitely eco because, well, this tube is all dim here, and it's brighter over by the electrodes. So yeah, it definitely is an energy saving bulb, and we can put the lampshade on. That's how it's supposed to be. And wowee, does that limit the light output. It's like, gosh, it's like, what the heck? This lampshade is like limiting the light output like so much. It's mostly coming out the back here. It's because it's acting like a reflector or something like that. And it's mostly coming out the back and the front and just barely coming out through there. Man, a lot of light is lost compared to that, you know. So I'm not gonna use the lampshade. Also, it's very cool to see this thing kind of just lit up, just right there. It's not even at full brightness yet, so these PLs are incredibly efficient. So I didn't even talk about the brand of this. It's I can unplug it now. It's Lumeta, made in USA, fluorescent, suitable for damp locations, fluorescent fixture. Dated back to 12/2005. That's kind of old. So yeah, it is kind of an old fixture. Back then, PLs were like super popular because it can just be as easy as you just pop, shove, done. You don't have to like take down the whole cover or whatever. Mostly during can lights or lights like these where you can just reach your hand and like grasp it and pop it out. Then you don't have to deal with these long, heavy light bulbs. You just have to deal with these little compact things that give off a lot of light. So yeah, I can also demonstrate it with brand new socket. It's kind of hurt with this long one in here. This one isn't as bright as you could tell by the phosphor. It's like dark, really. So I can bend down again, get my cord, plug it in, and you can see it lit up. Just it's not as bright as the brand new one, but sure it'll do. And of course we could put the very light limiting shade on it. It lights up more on the shade because it's a long one instead of one of these compact ones, how it's like usually supposed to be. It lights up more of the shade, but man, compared to this, yeah, that shade is limiting the light output like a lot. So yeah. So I really hope you enjoyed this video of my PL fixture, my 26 watt instant start PL fixture with a light output limiting lampshade. And thanks for watching. Dim, bright, dim, bright. Wow, I would like it brighter. I like it bright. Thank you. Very cool. Lights up the room nicely. Very nice.